Hello everyone, my name is Omelogo Nnadi and I like to be called the children nurturer. Today I would like to talk about things, giving a taste of one thing or the other to your children. And I want to take it back to my childhood period. So when we were children, our parents loved us. Our parents loved us and they had their ways of showing their affection for us. Um, most of our parents didn't hug us. Most of our parents didn't tell us they loved us. Some of our parents didn't even tell us, like, look, buddy, I'm so proud of you, I'm rooting for you, and all those things. No, we didn't hear these things growing up, and we didn't feel and experience these things growing up, but we knew that our parents loved us because they had such amazing ways that they showed it. Sometimes these ways weren't enough. Sometimes the ways that a parent even showed love was by pounding you so hard. I mean, if you grew up in Africa, if you grew up in Nigeria, you know that when your mom is pounding you, it's their way of showing you how much they love you and how much they want you to be someone. And then sometimes they probably would say some abusive words. It was also the idea of fondness, crazy. So fast forward to today, most of us are now parents, guardians. Some of us are even grandparents now. And we're trying to we have not that we're trying to, we have to a large extent changed all of these things, most of these things that we experienced in our childhood days. Some people haven't changed it. Some people have been stuck up on the experiences from childhood days, but a lot of us, in the late 30s, in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, have changed a lot of things we experienced as children. So today, you have us hugging our children to show them that we really care and we're there. You find us, saying really encouraging things and great words like, oh, go on, buddy. You're really good, and I'm rooting for you, and you are the best, and such things. And then some of us, we kiss our babies, on the cheek, on the lips, just to show them affection, to show them that we're really there for them, and we're people they can trust, we're people they can depend on. Okay, so these things are great. I mean, with the evolving times, a lot of things are changing. There are lots of things out there that can throw a child off. There are lots of things out there that can confuse a child, and there is need for us to constantly looking, put in the right word, put in the right part on the back, put in the right squeeze of the hand, and just to spur the child on, to ensure that the child isn't stuck somewhere in all the fast evolving things that life is made up of right now. And so what am I trying to why am I trying to paint this picture? Okay, while there is need for us to um, pull our children closer, to show them more love than we ever felt, to give them more confidence than we were ever given, to build their esteem higher and better and bigger than ours were ever built. It's important also to think about the times and some of the things we might be building without intending to. And so think about the fact that if you do not want a child to develop a taste for something, then do not give that taste to the child in the first instance. Now, you cannot give a taste to a child and then tell the child that you can take this taste at this particular point and not always, and at the other point it should halt on the taste. I sound like I'm trying to confuse you, right? Okay, so let me be a bit clearer. For instance, you can teach a child to eat something sugary simply by giving sugary things to that child. And so, if you want to raise children who do not eat sugar, what do? From day one, you give them things that are not sugary. You give them all the regular things that people eat, the cereals, the teas, the yogurt, and all that, but without sugar, right? So you could give him cereal, or you could give her cereal. You will make the warm milk and you put the cereal, but no sugar. Now, if a child eats this from day one, the child is not going to want to eat sugar. But if you get to a point where you start to put sugar in the child's cereal, after a while, the child begins to want to have sugar in its cereal. So these are how you develop tastes. Any taste you want your child to acquire, you have to start giving it to the child from the get-go and be consistent. Do not give, sometimes we might be tempted to give children our own tastes. Okay, but really, if your taste isn't good, you can replace it with what is good. Like, for instance, I'm going back to sugar. So we know that a lot of sugar isn't good for the health. And we have grown over time eating sugar. So you can change that for your child, for instance, by giving the children stuff without sugar. And over time they get used to it. They don't eat a lot of sugar. So I take a lot of milk, for instance. I love my tea filled with milk and cocoa, as in I don't even play with it. And guess what? When I make tea for my son, I make it that way. So he's used to having his tea that way. But when he goes to other people's homes, the tea is not like that. It's different. And then he learns to take it that way. And then when he comes home, he wants it a particular way because that's what he's used to. That's what he's had over time. So now going back to where we started about our childhood and how we have tried to modify it to make it better, by showing our children affection, bringing them closer, telling them we love them, cheering them on, boosting their confidence. These are all good. What among all this should we be mindful of? You see this thing about this kissing our children, kissing our babies. That's affection right there, right? But why are we kissing our babies on the lips? Why are we kissing our babies? Do we need to kiss our babies so they know we love them? What's a kiss? What is a kiss? It's one of the greatest ways to show intimacy, to show that you adore someone, that you love someone. And so there have been different definitions of kisses. There's a kiss on the forehead to tell someone you adore them, that they are beloved. There is a kiss on the cheek to show friendship, and there is kiss on the lips. What is that one called? It's a sign of intimacy. So why are we kissing our babies on the lips? Why are we kissing our babies? Now we're giving them a taste to acquire, right? It's harmless it seems harmless to a lot of us, but we're giving them a taste to acquire, and then we kiss our babies on the lips. Come and give mommy a kiss. Come and give daddy a kiss. From the daddy to the little boy or to the little girl, or from the mommy to the little boy or to the little girl. And then you're going to kiss this baby as often as possible, sometimes even wet. And then you tell this baby, don't let auntie kiss you, don't let uncle kiss you. You're not going to be there all the time to give this baby this kind of affection, but already you have created that taste for the child. The child has acquired the taste of being kissed, to be shown affection. And so when you aren't there, someone else is going to also convince the child that it is okay to show affection that way. And so why There's so many ways. There's so many ways to show affection. But you see that kiss right there is one taste that we have no business giving our children, allowing our children to acquire. Especially now, because there is so much going on now, we need to be wary of what we're giving to the children, what we're introducing to the children, what we're encouraging the children to do and to get used to. You see, asking our children to go and hug one auntie or uncle in greeting, it's not necessary. It's absolutely unnecessary. Now, a slight bow of the head is enough for us to show respect with, so the child can actually slightly bow, or if the child, even as a child, they can give a handshake with a slight bow of the head to show respect. So show our children we love them, show them we are rooting for them, show them that we're totally their number one fan. But be careful of the taste that we're allowing the children to acquire, and especially the kids. Hug your children to show them you love them. Tell them kind words, nice words, encouraging words. Root for them. But you see this kiss, it's gotten a lot of our babies into problems, and it will continue to get them into problems as the world gets worse and worse. And we need to be watchful. So if you go away from the kiss, also remember that if you do not want your child to develop a taste, no matter what it is, you do not create that taste in the first instance. If you do, they will acquire it, and then they would need to unlearn it again. Before they unlearn it, they might run into really rough and unpleasant situations because of a taste you helped them acquire. And so we ought to be mindful of that. I hope you're able to get a few things from this video. My name is Omelogo Nnadi. Once again, I like to be called the children nurturer. And if you'd like to see some of these videos, this is the Children Nurturer series. If you'd like to watch the earlier episodes and later episodes of the Children Nurturer series, you could follow me at Omelogo Nnadi on Facebook and Instagram, or at littlecrystals.cradle. To have a great day.